The greatest match you've never seen took place on Part 1 of Joey Janela's Spring Break 3, the annual WrestleMania celebration of all things great and wacky about independent wrestling. And even if you ordered this show or were there in the venue live, you won't have seen this match. You can't. The participants aren't there. They're immaterial. They are invisible. This is the Invisible Man versus the Invisible Stan. The Invisible Man, as we know him, first gained notoriety after wrestling Joey Janela in a 2015 exhibition match from the CZW dojo. The reason that match worked is because with Janela there to bump and sell for the Invisible Man, we got a sense of his physicality and ability to act as a viable threat within the realm of Invisible Man kayfabe. In a way, despite eating the roll-up loss to Janela in the finish, this match was essential to giving the Invisible Man credibility. The Invisible Man would feud on and off with Janela on the indies, as well as showing up regularly on Janela's Spring Break shows during WrestleMania weekend. Until finally, earlier this year, he took on the Invisible Stan in a brother versus brother grudge match. So, yeah. What makes this work? Now, while previous Invisible Man matches featured Joey Janela bumping for him in a similar way to Kota Ibushi, selling and bumping for actual real-life sex doll Yoshihiko, here the comedy is pushed forward even more, leaving in the ring only referee Bryce Remsburg, officiating the match with the power of bad boy vision. And for most of this match, Bryce Remsburg puts in one of the greatest one-man performances in pro wrestling history. He masterfully projects his reactions, using his physicality to direct the fans' attention and to tell the story of the imaginary match. Bonus points to Kikutaro for pulling a run-in and getting punched off the apron for his troubles. Bryce drives the narrative along from technical exchanges of pinfalls to the death-defying dive off of the balcony and even to a ref bump. Having Bryce being the center of attention in this match is an incredibly ironic take on the referee, as a commonly accepted saying is that referees should be the invisible participant of the match. The less you notice them, the better they're doing their job. The man in the stripes should be the least noticed member in the ring. But with Bryce being the only visible man in the ring, it highlights how essential referees are to wrestling matches, acting as the straight men enforcing some kind of structure upon the match. But outside of Bryce and Kikutaro, there's another absolutely essential participant that makes this match what it is: the fans. This match, more than any other in recent wrestling history, highlights the effect that a participative crowd can have on a show. While performers of course carry the burden of manipulating the energy of a crowd and drawing out reactions, some fans forget how tangible the effect of their participation actually is. What we have in this crowd in the White Eagle Hall are fans that are making the active choice to completely buy into the kayfabe of what's being presented to them. Obviously, this choice isn't independent of the actions of the promoters and performers. The comedy and absurdity of the situation has drawn enough goodwill from the fans that they're willing to support and participate in this outrageous but creatively ambitious piece of performance. What this match does is show us what happens when a crowd 100% buys into the kayfabe of what's being presented to them. The match shines. If Bryce Remsburg flailed around the ring for 10 minutes to deafening silence, it just wouldn't be the same piece of work. Wrestling is always boosted by a crowd committed to the kayfabe of the situation and reacting accordingly. On a conceptual level, this match works as a piece of metafiction, or, well, meta-wrestling? What Jim Cornette might term exposing the business in this context is an essential component of meta works, drawing attention to the manufactured nature of the content being consumed. When a crowd is presented with imaginary wrestlers and told to treat them as actual competitors, they are confronted by a fact that all wrestling fans must contend with at the end of the day. Wrestling is an illusion. Taking the cooperative and illusory nature of wrestling to this extreme can't help but inspire a certain defensiveness in some fans. Imagine being a wrestling fan, if you aren't one, and being confronted for years and years and years by that incessant question from people who just don't quite understand the art form that you're a fan of. That question follows you and haunts you in every single corner of your social circle. You know it's fake, right? And the answer to that question is, of course we know it's fake. The Undertaker isn't really a supernatural mortician. Hulk Hogan gently draping his leg over your chest isn't actually a devastating maneuver. Invisible men aren't actually engaging in full contact combat sports. Wrestling is an illusion, and it's cool, and it's fun, and it's dumb. You're damn right it's fake. And we love it anyway. Hi everybody, thank you so much for giving this video a watch. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a comment down below. Leave a like on the video, share it with someone you know, and of course don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you know as soon as another video drops. If you want to see me performing some live stand-up comedy, please check me out on facebook.com/thejosephmontecillo. You can hit me up on Twitter @JosephWeirdness and let's talk about some wrestling. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one.